Hello and welcome to an Independence Day week edition of Monday with the Town Manager. I'm Bradford Raths, and we're back here in Ferdinand Town Hall with Marc Steczyk.
Bradford, always a pleasure. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Sure.
So let's talk about the final deal with the Ferdinand Police Chief. We do have him in office now.
We do have him in office. As of last, I believe Wednesday, we received the drug test results, and that was clearly one of the things that was pending. And they were perfectly fine, as we assumed they were going to be. And I think we got those at about 4 o'clock last Wednesday afternoon, and at 4:30 or so, he was officially Chief Patton. He was sworn in by our clerk treasurer, Bev Schulteis, and he's kind of hit the ground running. And I think you and I have talked about it a little bit before, but he actually had, he was working, to be fair and honest. You know, he was out meeting his officers and kind of getting a feel for the department and where it's at, and letting them know where he hopes it's going to go. So he really has hit the ground running. This will be his first official full week, because he was clearly here Thursday and Friday of last week. So we're looking forward to it. And I think the information I'm getting from the other officers, it's positive. It's been a good change, and you know, it's been a long journey for us, it feels like, but I think ultimately in the long run it's going to be worth it, and he will bring structure and discipline to a department that is in great need of structure and discipline.
Okay. Can you elaborate a little bit more if you want to on that? You know, he brings in structure and discipline per se.
Sure, yeah. He is, and I look forward to you sitting down with him hopefully in the near future, so you guys can meet him for yourselves. But he is all police officer, and he certainly carries himself like that, and he's very well spoken, and when he comes into a room, he kind of, you know, has that air of commanding respect, if you will. So he is a breath of fresh air, and he's been intermingling with our other department supervisors and things like that. So I think he's really made quite an impression on our staff.
So moving ahead to other things, we got the trail project coming up soon as well.
Yeah, Huntingburg actually just got is in the running, I think, for a transportation enhancement grant. They have to do the, jump through all the hoops and everything now. We had been awarded a transportation enhancement grant for trails, a trail project. It's basically just 0.6 miles of trails, but it will tie together Forest Park High School, the community center, the Tri-County Y, and the Ferdinand Library with the 18th Street Park. So it's been kind of a dream to complete our quote-unquote community campus, and it's going to be actually a reality now. It starts, I think construction starts July 8th, and we certainly wish Mayor Spinner and his staff all of the luck. It is a long and sometimes frustrating process. Our transportation enhancement grant was quote-unquote awarded in 2009. So we're just now getting ready to break ground on it. So anytime that there are federal dollars, that are attached to anything, it becomes a little bit more monumental of a project, and monumental in that it takes a while to get started. So very happy to officially announce that project will begin July 8th. And it will be done, I think, no later than October 20th or October 15th, something like that. And then the contractor, who is Regal Construction out of Newburgh, if it goes past that, then they face daily fees and fines, I guess. The reality is they hope to be done by September 28th. We have informed them that we would really, really like them to be done by September 21st, which is the Ferdinand Folk Festival. So hopefully they will be done for the 4th annual Ferdinand Folk Festival, but they will absolutely be done in time for Chris Kendall-Mart, which is very important to Chris Kendall-Mart because, as you may or may not know, because I don't know that you were here last year when we had the 15th annual Chris Kendall-Mart, but there are multiple locations throughout town, and a lot of them are right there in the quote-unquote community campus. So yeah, it's a pretty big deal for us, and we're looking forward to getting it going and getting it done.
So you just mentioned Folk Fest coming up in September. You guys are in need of some art vendors?
Yeah, we have, we're full on food vendors, so we certainly don't want to create any interest there, because we have 15 food vendors, and the majority of them are all local, non-for-profit entities. So we're really excited this year about the food vendors that we have. One area that we are lacking in is art and craft vendors and environmental and education vendors. So we have a website, FerdinandFolkFestival.com. And in the header of the website is a spot for vendors to click on and download an application. So we would encourage them to do that and do it soon so we can kind of finalize the quote-unquote map of the actual vending area. And the Folk Fest is a pretty big draw for our community. It's along the lines of getting close, I think, to what Chris Kindlemart draws, and that's about 8,000 or 10,000 people over the course of a weekend. So over the course of a day, we get about that many people. And then, of course, we're terribly excited about our headliner this year. His name is Todd Snyder, and he's kind of an Americana alt-country genre guy, and he is featured in Rolling Stone magazine whenever he puts a new album out and things like that. So he's very relevant to today's music scene, and we're excited to welcome him to Ferdinand.
And then final note per se, the rec program, excuse me.
Yeah, the recreation program is operated by Victoria Van Winkle. She's our recreation manager, and she's done another great job this year. This is her second year of doing it. But she's implemented a first for the program, which will be next week on July 9th and July 11th. She is taking both days groups to Lincoln Boyhood National Memorial Living Farm for a field trip. So we're really excited about it. It's free for the kids. Tri-County YMCA stepped up and is letting us use a bus, and one of our guys is actually driving it over. But it's a first for our program, and certainly looking forward to seeing how that goes and how many kids attend. So we're looking forward to it.
Should be a great time for the kids, I'm sure.
It should be a great time. It's amazing if you stop and think about all of the things that our community has in and around it, not just in Du Bois County, but in very near counties. So we're looking forward to it, getting them out there, and be a 3-hour break for the parents, I guess, that day. So looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Well, Mark, we appreciate your time once again.
Absolutely. Thank you.
This has been another episode of Monday with the Town Manager. We'll have more 18 WJTS news right after this.